Hey family, many blessings. I am back again. I said I was going to be posting a video yesterday. And you know what? I was kind of like I was almost not going to post a video today. But then, I had went through some things. Uh-uh. I had went through some things. Um I feel like I'm pretty sure it was a spiritual attack, and it really caused me to go harder. That's that's pretty much the message I got from y'all is to go harder. Don't lighten up on them. Don't loosen the strings. Just keep going harder, cuz the battle has not been won yet, but it is close. And right before this thing happened to me, I had just wrote down some good notes, and I'm going to get into that. But first, I wanted to say, you know, chosen, we are no longer the vulnerable ones. We are no longer the vulnerable ones. The ones that are vulnerable are the ones tapped and stuck into this matrix system. The ones that have sold out, they are the ones that are vulnerable, not us. They would like to believe that we are the vulnerable ones. They will try to put spells on us, curse us, put witchcraft on us, but their spells are dwindling, they're weakening. And what they're finding is that they are now the most vulnerable ones. The things that they've had to do to get to the level that they've on through sacrificing and all that stuff, they are now having to sacrifice themselves. It's getting to the point where if you even just want to continue living, not just a certain way, but living, they are having to sacrifice one another just to maintain a status quo, just to keep themselves safe. But we are no longer the vulnerable ones, Yah has our back. We have spiritual ancestors looking after us. And now they like to believe they're a part of the chosen. They're a part of the 144,000, but they are not. You know who you are. You know you done sold your soul. You know you are no longer a part of us. So don't stop deceiving the people. Just get real with yourselves, Maybe, in the next few lifetimes, you'll be better, but you need to grow to glow, And for the chosen, for the 144,000, we've been working really hard, tirelessly, for nothing, and now we deserve our rewards, and how evil and how selfish of you to try to take that away from us. After all we've been through, we deserve to win, and you simply deserve to lose. It's karmic, and that karma is coming back around. Trust me. And it's our time, chosen. It's our time. And the more they try to come after us, the more they'll be just nipping themselves in the bud, just nipping. They're gonna end up cutting their own cord, That's how it's gonna be. They're gonna start they just knocking each other off, slowly by slowly until it's the top. And they're gonna keep knocking themselves off trying to come for us. And it is what it is. And which brings me to what I was writing, because right after I wrote this, I had gotten into a spiritual attack. And I'm sending prayers and healing to that family, you know. And another thing I want to say is that, we as being chosen, we've never, we've always grown from struggle, from setbacks, and any setback that we've experienced, we've only grown from. We've only matured. We've become wiser, smarter, from any setbacks that come our way. And I looked at what had happened as a learning experience. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to become wiser. And whatever comes, I know Yah has us. You work hard, you get through it. It humbles you. It shows you a bit of humility. And we as chosen, we already know any setback is for a time, but that's just us being due for an even bigger blessing. So no matter what unfolds from this, I know that as long as I continue to press on, to do my work, serve my purpose, believe in Yah, you know, I'm it's I'm gonna have some type of come up. It's just automatic. I know that now. So with that said, what I had written here is, don't get too sidetracked by this phony baloney system. It's this system is phony, man. It's phony. One question I ask myself is, how are you millions, if not billions of dollars in debt? I have not done my research on this exactly. I know I know the United States of America is in a lot of debt already. Not including all of these catastrophes that's already happening, that's already taking place, right? You approve a $1 trillion infrastructure bill, right? You approve that. Where does this money come from? You already in so much debt, then you go ahead and you approve a $1 trillion infrastructure bill on top of giving out these small stimulus checks. Where is this money coming from? This is made up money. This is made up money. This is make believe money. They can print money whenever they want. Clearly. So this system of oppression they are systemically keeping you oppressed. They don't have to keep you oppressed. They're systemically keeping you oppressed. And this is something that I knew for a really long time. That this whole system is just a illusion. Because honestly, how are you in debt in a world that was freely given to you by Yah? How, chosen? How do we owe money to eat, sleep, breathe in a world that was freely given to us by Yah? So, they will try to keep you, oppress you with this money thing. But just know, chosen, that we have a spiritual inheritance. It's abundant. And as long as you keep pressing forward, you keep believing in Yah, He's going to make a way for you to inherit what's rightfully yours. And it may not come all at once. A lot of times when Yah blesses His chosen, it's not all at once. It's in bits and pieces. He makes sure that you have clothes on your back, food on the table, gas in your car, just the necessities. As long as you have that, you're good. You are good, and when you start wanting more than that, that's when it starts to be borderline greed. And that's not what Yah wants for His people. You know He wants to breed humility and humbleness. Not, extreme wealth, because when you have extreme wealth, you lose your humility, you lose your humbleness, and that's what you're seeing with a lot of these celebrities and famous people today. On top of them not having any real souls, because they sold their soul, and now they're vulnerable to being sacrificed, because now they have these demonic entities on their asses. And because they no longer have any rights to mess with the chosen, now they're going to be sacrificing they have been and are continuing to sacrifice themselves without reaping any rewards of being able to mess with the chosen. Okay? So they have this whole matrix system, right? They have they come up with all this money, right? Trillions, infrastructure, stimulus checks, yet they're billions of dollars, billions, millions of dollars, billions of dollars in debt. They just approved $1 trillion infrastructure, while it's a struggle to finance resources for foster care, for the homeless. It's a struggle to get approved for environmental progression. It's a struggle for all of those things. Yet, it's easier to pass a $1 trillion infrastructure plan, which God knows what's in that plan. Is probably to further the solar panels, to further knock down our oxygen source, to further get rid of all the trees around us, all the birds, the bees, the animals, to further destroy those, and to further build these solar panels, and God knows what else. That's anti-nature. And that's what I mean. Another thing I want to talk about are these treatment plants. It's like, I think I talked briefly about this in one of my videos, about how I feel like if you're single, or you just have, are you just a young couple, get you a tiny home, man, and try it. It won't hurt you to go to composting toilets. Because the thing about these treatment plants is, essentially they're just giving back to us our waste. Who knows what they do in these treatment plants? I am at my old school, when I was in about middle school, they took us to a treatment plant. They showed us the whole system of how the water goes into the treatment plant. These scientists, or whatever, these culturists, or whatever you want to call them, they play with it. They put these chemicals to do who knows what, just to deceive the eye, to give you an illusion that it's really clean and healthy for you to drink and wash with and do whatever. And then they give it back out to you. But essentially, it's our waste. Essentially, is what it is. And we shouldn't be doing these things anyway. We really should be going back to composting. They try to say, oh, our poop is toxic. Well, why is it toxic? Is it because of the foods you give into us? Is it because of the medications you give into us? We have to think about these things, chosen. These are very important things to think about. And I'm here to open your mind. I'm here to awaken us to these things, because these things matter. Why is our poop more toxic than, the elephant's poop, the monkey's poop? Why is our poop anti-nature, to where we have to send it to this treatment plant for them to do whatever they want to it, to give an illusion to our eyes that it's clean, so they can give it back to us. And that's doing That's messing our health up on a whole different level, with these what they say PFAS and all this stuff. That's why a long time ago I had to first I had to get a filters for our house. And then, before that though, I had started, brushing my teeth with bottled water, washing my face with bottled water, all of these things, because as I was awakening, y'all was telling me these things. And that's what I mean. For a lot of these demonic entities, for a lot of these people, man, they look good on the outside, but inside they're rotten. They're rotten and they stink. It's putrid, these people. Not everything that looks good on the outside is good on the inside. And a lot of times it's not good on the inside. It's dead, it's rotting, it's decaying. That's why I say I don't care how nice your house is. I don't care how nice your house is. If it's trash on the inside, if it's completely nasty, roaches and all that stuff, I don't care. I don't want to go in it. I don't want nothing to do with your house, man. I'd rather go to an old, small, little tiny hole in the wall that's completely sparkling clean than to go into this big mansion of a house that's completely filthy. It stinks. And so that's all I really wanted to say today. I felt like, I was really being spiritually taken aback today. And you know what? No matter what comes, I'm going to continue to trust in God, because I know that this is only to make me stronger, to make me wiser, and to make me more humble, and give me humility through it all. So it's nothing I wasn't prepared for, and I'm not prepared for. And we're going to go through it and see how it is, how it turns out. Me and my husband, we were talking about, getting a new home soon. I talked about a tiny home, but for our size family, we've got two boys. So we are needing something bigger. The thing is though, is that we're trying to plan it out just right. I don't know if it's best for us to just renovate this house in the meantime while I continue in my master's program. And it will be better, it might be better for us to wait until I'm actually have my LCSW, so that I don't know, maybe we can get something better after in a few more years after I get my LCSW, or maybe it might be for us to go ahead and get something now. But the thing is, I don't want to settle this time around on my house. Like, I want it to be close to everything I want, because this next house will be the house that my boys predominantly grow up in. So, it's got to have, you know, all, most, if not all of my necessities, and I know we could get a good amount of money for our house right now, but it's just like, what can we then get, once we sell this house? Not a problem selling this house, but what can we get after selling this house? I don't want to settle. I want it to be a really good house. And so that's just what we are having to talk to our realtor about right now, is what's going to be the best option. And if it's for us to wait a few more years, hey, I already have a few renovation ideas for this house that I want to get done anyway. So we will see in the future. But yeah, that's just what I'm going to leave y'all with today. And I'm praying for many blessings being put forth in y'all's life. I pray that y'all continues to bless you and protect you. I'm singing divine energy, spirituality, our spirit guardians to continue to protect us, look after us, and watch us. I'm sending prayers to y'all, because a lot of times we ask y'all to pray and bless us, but it's really good to pray for y'all. let's pray that Yah continues to stand strong and know that we love him and we are encouraging him in these times, and we are praying for his protection, even though, it's easy to think that, Yah doesn't need protecting, Yah doesn't need love, Yah is Yah. He's the most high. He's everything. But, just from my experience of being adopted, you know, I understand that everyone needs love. Everyone needs love. Everyone needs prayers. And so that's what I'm sending to him. And I pray that you guys do the same. So much love and blessings.